Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. Today, the Jaguars, donning their throwbacks, hope to end their two-game losing streak as they take on the 4-2 San Diego Chargers. After back-to-back losses to the Eagles and Steelers, the Jaguars hope they can get their offense on track this week and get back into the win column. They are fresh off their bye week and ready to go back at home against San Diego, two 4-2 AFC teams. Let's get this underway. Tavon Austin back deep in week 8 is underway. From the end zone, 1 yard deep, here goes Tavon up the numbers. Angling inside, he spins off one tackler and is then taken down. 1st and 10 Jacksonville. Here is Nataki Mason and a 3-receiver set alongside him. TJ Yeldon the back. Chargers in a 4-man front, Mason back to pass, and the first play is an interception. Mason picked off by Kevin Minter, just sitting and waiting. As the slant behind him was run by Allen Robinson, Mason just gave it right to him. Obviously not how you want to start, especially when you're riding a 2-game losing streak. 1st and 10, San Diego, and right up the middle. To the 5-yard line goes Melvin Gordon. Actually, he stopped around the 7. But a 14-yard run, it's 1st and goal San Diego. Phillip Rivers drops it off to Melvin Gordon. And 3 plays into the game, San Diego has taken the football and scored the first points on the day. This Jaguar team has a lot of work to do if they're going to get back on track this week. 1st and 10 Jaguars, they begin at their own 24 and now run it. To the outside, this is TJ Yeldon across the 30 and met by a pair of defenders and stopped. 3rd down and 3. 2 tight ends on the field. From the pistol, pass is complete. This is Michael Riley with a catch for 5 yards and a 1st down. It's been a pretty quiet season so far for Michael Riley. And now a pass downfield. This is Mason to Emmanuel Sanders. When he's isolated like that, that's where Mason's looking. They're in the Charger territory. Delayed. Here is Yeldon with some running room inside the Charger 35. He's stopped after a solid gain. 2 receivers right, they run the counter. Here's Yeldon, met by Eric Weddle. Great open field stop, and it's 3rd down. Marquise Lee slot right, 3rd and 3. Here's Mason, down the middle and knocked away. It's Kevin Minter there again. Mason got that ball out way too late, and they're going to have to bring out the field goal unit. A 49-yard try for Jason Myers' left hash. It's hooking inside, and that is good. 7-3 San Diego. This time San Diego begins at their own 22 as Rivers, facing the blitz, is taken down. It's Telvin Smith. Melvin Gordon could not contain him. We'll check this out in the instant replay. The spin move by Telvin, and the Jaguars definitely need to crank up the pass rush. Rivers play fakes, down the middle and picked off. It's Sergio Brown. Both teams now have a takeaway, and Jacksonville will take over. It's Brown's first on the season. Pass was intended for Kenny Britt. San Diego scored a touchdown off the Jacksonville interception. Now Jacksonville ball on the off-balance throw is off the mark for Keaston Holiday. And this is the defense the Jaguars are up against today. It's another good one, and they haven't fared well in their last 3 games offensively. The secondary specifically by San Diego is impressive with Brandon Flowers, Luis Peters, TJ McDonald, and of course the veteran Eric Weddle. 3rd and 12, Mason from under center. He's rushed and hit and nearly intercepted. TJ Yeldon never saw Keenan Robinson blitzing, and that gave him a clean path to hit Mason. They're lucky this wasn't turned over, and they trot on Jason Myers, a 53-yard try this time from right hash. And this kick is also good. But here we see Jacksonville again, relying on 3s. They trail by 1. 6:05 to play in the first quarter as Melvin Gordon sweeps right, and there is Sergio Brown coming through with the run defense after his interception last drive. Now, this San Diego offense is without its key playmaker in Keenan Allen. That means Kenny Britt and Trey McBride, who spent time with Jacksonville back in year 2. 2nd down a stretch, and there's some room. Melvin Gordon spinning off of Nate Bell, and he's out to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17. And that's one guy you don't want to give that kind of space to. At the 40, they go delayed. It's Gordon again across the 45. Good pickup. He is stopped by Josh Buchanan. 3 wide set on 3rd down, and coming through, 1 touch to make the play. Rolando McClain takes down Melvin Gordon, and that will force a Charger punt. Jaguar ball, 3 wide, including Keyston Holiday. Pressure off the edge. Here's a swing. And this is Yeldon taken down around the 30-yard line. Eric Weddle applied the pressure. Trips right, including Julius Thomas. It's 3rd and 5. 5-man rush. It can't get there. Mason now buying time. And there's a man open. Julius Thomas downfield inside the Charger 35. Eventually his speed worked himself open. And once again, we see the big plays from this offense tend to come when the play doesn't exactly work as designed. In field goal range again as the first quarter is nearing its end. Down the middle, that's complete to Emmanuel Sanders with a solid gain, setting up 3rd and short. I formation, the back is Calvin Ford. He takes it wide, and there's Eric Weddle. And he makes the stop, denying Ford the first down, and they're going to bring on the field goal unit again. Still some struggles with this Jaguar offense, but they have taken their first lead, 9-7. As the Chargers come back, and this is Kenny Britt. A flag flew in right as Rivers was hit, hopefully not roughing the passer. And this is on the Chargers. They get holding on Orlando Franklin. Backed up now inside their own 15. A draw, and Dante Fowler makes the play for a 3-yard loss. And the Chargers are staring at 3rd and 21. 3-man rush, and they get some pressure. Rivers throws, and Gordon is stopped around the 13-yard line. That was Franklin Fitzgerald on the pressure. Another punt for San Diego. Jaguar ball, 10 minutes to go in the first half. Mason again buying time. He has a man deep. He wants Holiday in double coverage. Tipped and incomplete. We haven't seen this offense go for the big play as often. They almost had one there. To the air on 2nd down. Open is Yeldon. He has the catch and a 1st down. He's taken down around the 45. And he's in pain. Yeldon there on the sideline of the Jaguar bench. And hopefully he's okay. In the backfield now is Tavon Austin. He runs into his own man, and he gets a solid pickup here. That's a gain of 7. Now the back is Calvin Ford, and they give him the draw. 1st down, makes a move to the right, and Ford is out across the 40 with good yardage. They're nearing field goal range again. Will they have to settle again? Mason to the sideline. That's complete for Julius Thomas. 3rd and manageable now. They need 5. Trips right. Here's Mason against the 5-man rush. Lobbing for Thomas. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. For Julius, his 5th receiving touchdown of the season. They had him matched up there against Eric Weddle and used the speed to their advantage. 16-7 Jacksonville. 7.5 minutes to go on this first half as Rivers going deep, in the ball's punched out by Michael Bryan away from Trey McBride. 3rd down and 3. They go weak side and run into Telvin Smith. Another 3 and out for the San Diego Chargers. Now we're seeing the Jaguar team we hoped would show up in this game. Here's a punt for Tavon Austin, back with running room at the 22. There's a lane, he runs through it, into Charger territory, running out of room and taken down inside the 35. But more good field position. Can they add more points on this drive? TJ Yeldon is back in the game. It's a 2 tight end formation, but not much room here. Minter on the stop, 1-yard gain. Jaguars use their first timeout, trying to talk this one over. It's 3rd down and 8. They're trying to extend the possession. Trips left, 5-man rush. Pressure there, and Mason is sacked, and Yeldon was wide open. Akeem Hicks with the play. Rather than try a 55-yard field goal, the Jaguars have decided to punt. Anger drops this one at the 5. It bounces out at the 1. The Jaguars have San Diego pinned deep. They have the box stacked, 1st and 10. Gordon met in the backfield. It's a safety. Rolando McClain makes the play, and the Jaguars get 2 points. The punt wasn't such a bad idea. Jaguar ball off the safety punt at the 40. Play fake. Mason going long again for Sanders and overthrows him. That's the 2nd time they've tried the big play and it hasn't worked out. 3rd and 6 from the 40. Good pocket and an open man. That's Julius Thomas. The longer the play lasts, the more likely Thomas is getting open. 3:38 to go in the half, and this is Calvin Ford working to the right, trying to shake a couple defenders. He cannot, but he gets 6 yards. Ford still in the game. He gets it on second down. Following Lakeith Mason, he has himself a first down, gain of 5. TJ Yeldon back in the game. 2 tight end look. Mason on second down. Hits, but floats it for Michael Riley, and the Jaguars are inside the 20, looking to add on to their 11-point lead. Inside of 2 minutes. Play action, bootleg right. Mason hits Riley on the move. Touchdown! It's great to see Riley producing again as the Jaguars have increased their lead, and Mason has his second touchdown pass of the night. 25-7. All of those points unanswered by Jacksonville. The Chargers now trying to get some points back before the half as Rivers completes the pass to Eric Ebron, who's playing some receiver. They don't have many healthy receivers at the moment. Back to pass again, complete. And this is Melvin Gordon nearing the first down marker. Timeout Chargers. 55 seconds on the clock. It's Rivers on 3rd and 1. To the right, complete. Melvin Gordon shakes a defender again. Nate Bell with the miss. And he is inside the 40. 17 seconds clock running, 1 timeout remaining. Rivers hit, but downfield there's a man open. Kenny Britt got some separation off of Bell. No timeouts left, 9 seconds. They have to try for the touchdown here. Good pocket. Rivers to the end zone and off the mark, just a little too low for Trey McBride. And they'll have to bring out the field goal unit. But they at least end this Jaguar scoring run. It's 25-10. Good first half of action here for Jacksonville, but can they keep it up in the second half? They'll be on defense to open the third quarter. This game sure didn't start out well for Jacksonville, but they have more than rebounded. It's 25-10. And the Chargers have it to begin the third quarter. Rivers back to pass on first down. Pressure there. He spins and completes the pass to McBride in front of Josh Buchanan. Rivers on 1st and 10 fakes the Gordon. Pressure again, and he's hit by Sergio Brown. This defense has been aggressive. They know who the Chargers have at receiver. 3rd and 12. Rivers facing pressure again, but completes. It's McBride having himself a nice day as he gets open against Buchanan again. Trying to spread the defense out now. A blitz off the edge, and Rivers is hit again. That time by Michael Bryan. Rivers having to withstand a lot of hits there in the pocket today. Now he has a clean pocket and a completion. That's Ebron. And again, they're going after Buchanan. Into Jaguar territory, and they run it now. Melvin Gordon with a lane up the middle, and he has himself a first down. It's a gain of 11. McBride slot left, 2nd down and 10. 4-man rush. Rivers down the middle, and knocked away. That's Brown again. Denying Kenny Britt this time. Look at this play. Great job knocking it away with the left hand. Now facing 3rd and 10, and DJ Fluker jumped. That makes it 3rd and 15. Secondary playing off. And Rivers sails the pass. Complete for Kenny Britt. That time Brown couldn't knock it away. Big first down for the Chargers. They're in the red zone. And Rivers hits Ebron. That's a touchdown. Jacksonville's been blitzing from various angles at Rivers, but there's nothing he hasn't seen in his time at quarterback. That time they tried to bring Nate Bell, and Ebron gives the Chargers a much-needed touchdown. It's 25-17. Jaguars' first drive of the third quarter is underway as TJ Yeldon drags defenders across the first down marker. 2 tight ends on the field. Mason to the air. To the outside. Complete. That's Emmanuel Sanders across the 45. First down. Again, this ace pistol look as Yeldon carries, runs up the middle, and the Jaguars continue to work their way downfield. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. This is Mason on 2nd down, dropping it off, and Yeldon has about 5 yards on the catch. Stacked look on the left side, Sanders alone to his right. 3rd and 4. Mason complete. They left Robinson wide open. A huge hole in the zone coverage. It's a red zone trip here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fake to Yeldon. 2 defenders there. Mason sandwiched as he's sacked. Jerry Itachu and Case Ryan. They're facing 3rd and 13 now from the shotgun against the blitz. Holiday somehow hangs on. The Jaguars get a first down. Easily one of the best plays we've seen from Keyston Holiday. It's goal to go. 2 tight ends on the field. Mason keeping it in the air. Drifting out to his right. Pump fake. The defenders converge and he hits Julius Thomas. Touchdown. All three of his touchdown passes going to tight ends. That's Thomas's second of the day. 32-17 here in the third quarter as the Chargers have not been able to slow down this Jaguar offense once they got going. Ebron on the inside, 3rd and 5 for San Diego. Downfield and complete. Another great grab by Kenny Britt. They're putting him in some tough situations and he's coming through. The fourth quarter is now underway. Rivers in trouble, however, and he can't get away from Mario Williams. The Jaguars have gotten a lot of pressure today, and that's a promising sign for the defense. They can't on this play, however, as again Buchanan gives up the catch to Trey McBride. From the 48-yard line, blitz picked up, complete again, McBride versus Buchanan. That time a ton of separation, they're inside the 40. 1st and 10 San Diego, excellent protection. All day for Rivers, he lobs it, and look at the catch by Gordon! That's P.J. Gordon against Telvin Smith with one of the best catches you'll see all year. Just watch this, and then watch it again. That was fantastic. From the 14, Rivers on 1st down has pressure. He dumps it off, and that's complete to Gordon. But that time was pressure from Haloti Ngata. On 2nd and 9, a run, and look at Franklin Fitzgerald just spin off the block. He meets Gordon, nowhere to go. They need 8 here. 3rd down for San Diego. Rivers with time. He completes the pass over the middle, and that was McBride once again as they keep going after Josh Buchanan. Formation 1st and goal. Gordon runs to the right, lowers his shoulders, and is into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. They put together another solid touchdown possession to cut the lead to 8 points. 32-24 with 8:23 to go in the fourth quarter, and here's Tavon Austin on the short kick. He's across the 20, up the sideline. It's a foot race with Tavon Austin. Inside the 20, his speed is too much. P.J. Gordon can't catch him. 97-yard touchdown for Tavon Austin. That's the second time the Chargers have put together a strong touchdown drive. That was quickly erased by Jacksonville. Down by 15 now. Chargers back to the air and nearly picked off by Nate Bell. I didn't expect to see them test Bell much in this game. 3rd and 8. Rivers dumps it off, and that's complete for Gordon, and he's out of bounds near the 35-yard line. We're inside 7 minutes to play. Another blitz. Rivers gets it out quick, complete to Melvin Gordon. They get about 4 yards on this play. As long as they take up a bunch of time with whatever they're doing, that's good for Jacksonville, as Kenny Britt gets open against Bell, and that is close to a first. 2nd down and 1. Another blitz. Quick throw complete. It's Ebron. Out of bounds near the 35-yard line. They're moving the football in this half, but taking up a lot of time in the process. Rivers complete. Kenny Britt with the 1st down grab. They're inside the 25 as the clock continues to run. 3.5 minutes to play in today's game. Complete. This is Ebron. Moving the chains once again. They are down to the 12. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. Play fake from Rivers. Dump off complete. Gordon can't get to the goal line. He's stopped at the 1. From the shotgun, they spread the field. Rivers with time, puts it up, and McBride comes down with it. Touchdown, San Diego. 3 drives in this half. All 3 have been touchdowns, yet they trail. Can the Jaguars end the game on this possession? They lead by 8. Here's a run by Yeldon to the right side, and he's stopped around the 40. It's a solid start to the drive. Now on the right hash, they want to run this left, but Yeldon sees an opening up the middle and picks up the 1st down. He's out to the 45. The San Diego Chargers have 1 timeout left. Yeldon again gets a block from Cole, angling outside, 1st down and more. And that's going to end this game. T.J. Yeldon helps run the Jaguars to a 39-31 victory. A lot more scoring than we've seen in recent weeks. As the Jaguars get back in the win column, they are now 5-2. This was a fun game. It was great to see the offense produce more, although they kicked 4 more field goals than I would have liked to see. but they were pretty efficient. Only one turnover. It was the first play of the game. I would like to see them connect on some of their big play opportunities, but they were efficient enough to where they didn't need those huge plays. Defensively, they were very good in the first half, I thought. But then in the second half, Rivers really did whatever he wanted to do. He finished 32 of 40 for 311 yards and continuously targeted Josh Buchanan, who had a lot of issues with Trey McBride. We've seen Buchanan play really well in his young career, almost a year and a half into his pro career, yet today was one of his roughest games against Trey McBride, who didn't even make the Jaguars a couple years ago. One guy I thought played extremely well today was Sergio Brown, both in run defense, but specifically he was much improved in pass defense. The Arizona Cardinals are the only undefeated team left. The Jaguars are in first place in the AFC South, and the Texans have lost 2 in a row. And next week is the game that most of us have been waiting for, the matchup against the Miami Dolphins. They spent more than anybody in this last free agency, going to get Harrison Smith, Calvin Pryor, Brandon Cooks, Ryan Davis they gave a nice contract to. There were some offensive linemen and more players. They spent over $100 million total on safeties. And so far, they're 2-5 this season. Now, when I look at their roster, I see the talent, but for various reasons, it hasn't come together. Ryan Tannehill, 6 touchdowns, 8 picks. The running game isn't doing too well. Their lead back entering this game, or the starting back, is Brandon Oliver. At receiver, there's Brandon Cooks, Danny Amendola, John Brown. They're trying to win with speed over here. And defensively, they have a lot of names, but not a lot of wins. If we can just keep their speed at bay, I like our chances in this game. It's going to be a fun matchup because they have all these smaller, fast receivers, and we have the smaller, faster cornerbacks. Guys who are around 5'10", 5'11". This is going to be a fun matchup, and we'll see who can hold up in their man coverage because we're going to have to contain that speed. And hopefully the offense can have a good game once again. But I do expect a great challenge. They have impact players, and despite them being 2-5, I will not be overlooking them. That is it for Week 8, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment below your feedback. Who are you looking forward to seeing in next week's matchup? And subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.